I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about a recent photo shoot I did. First of all, I want to say that the performance of Sweeney Todd at Barnlight Theater was outstanding. Everyone involved should be congratulated for a job well done. This performance used a lot of different lighting to help convey strong emotions. This made photographing the performance very interesting. I wanted to capture as much emotion of the actors as I could. To their credit, the actors were very convincing in their roles, and their emotional displays helped to draw the audience into the story. I photographed this performance as an audience member on opening night of the performance. The low light in many of the scenes led me to increase my ISO setting above where I normally would. However, the lighting combined with the motion of the actors demanded to get a good exposure that the ISO be turned up. I decided to leave many of the photos looking a bit dark when processing, especially those taken during scenes that featured colored lighting. Many of these scenes were done in full manual because the lighting affected the camera's meter in such a way that made using shutter priority or aperture priority difficult. Colored lighting has a tendency to cause your camera to misinterpret exposure. Another technique that I used was putting my camera in a repeated fire mode. Taking multiple bursts really helped to get some of the shots. Since I didn't use a tripod, I tried to brace myself as much as possible to help keep my camera from moving. And using the multiple bursts, it helped cut down the movement of my camera when I pressed the shutter release. Whenever you take photos, one of the hardest things to do is to capture emotion. The photos that do capture emotion are some of the most memorable. Even though this was a play featuring a lot of very talented actors, the emotion they conveyed in their characters were very outstanding and gave some very interesting photos. This performance in general was a very emotionally filled production. Many of you may recognize the performance of Sweeney Todd from the movie done a few years back featuring Johnny Depp. However, a live performance has its own set of challenges. There is no making a second take. It's everything on stage, and if a mistake is made, that mistake must be covered. In this production, mistakes were not noticeable. It was very well done. For more great photography tips, visit my blog at abstinphotography.com.